We begin, though, with that tragedy in Mendon, a Blackhawk helicopter crashing in flames. Again, no survivors.
Fire dispatcher to Mendon, respond for the helicopter that crashed in the area of West Bloomfield Road and Cheese Factory Road. Secure box 330, respond on Ops 9. Fire dispatcher to Mendon.
It's with very heavy hearts that we gather here tonight. I think we've proven again that freedom is not free with this horrific crash.
We do have team coverage tonight. A heartbreaking scene in Mendon at this hour. Investigators working to find out exactly how this happened. Good evening. I'm Don Alhart.
And I'm Jenny Ryan. Doug Embledge and Natalie Kutchko are standing by for us. That chopper went down near West Bloomfield Road and Cheese Factory Road about 6:30. The wreckage bursting into flames.
Doug Embledge was our first reporter on the scene when we broke into programming with a special report tonight. He is live now with the latest for us. Doug?
Well, Don and Jenny, this is certainly hitting close to home. That chopper was based out of the National Guard facility at the Rochester airport. That's roughly 15 miles from the open field in Mendon here where it went down. And people who heard the chopper before it crashed say it was clearly having trouble.
Fire dispatcher to Mendon, respond for the helicopter that crashed in the area of West Bloomfield Road and Cheese Factory Road. Secure box 330, respond on Ops 9. Fire dispatcher to Mendon.
People who live nearby say they frequently see and hear choppers, but they had never heard anything like they heard tonight.
It got louder and louder, and then all of a sudden there was an explosion. And I said to my wife, I said, yeah, there's a helicopter just went down.
It legitimately was shaking the ground. Like, I thought a car hit my house. I heard it, and I think I don't know, it sounded like it was coming like past my house. And then I'm sure that they tried to crash in the open field because that was the closest one.
The chopper was a New York Army National Guard UH-60 medical evacuation helicopter. It was based at the Army Aviation Support Facility at the Rochester airport, and it was on a training mission when it went down.
One of those things where you see them, whether they're doing exercises or going off to a deployment, you see that traffic and you just don't expect something like that to happen close by. You know, it's not a military zone, certainly, so we don't expect to see that here. It's a sad day, certainly, for those involved.
It certainly is a sad day, and the night will continue with investigators on the scene, both from the FAA, they're on the way, and military investigators as well. And we're told about an hour ago they started expanding the perimeter as more debris was being found farther away from the crash site. Don and Jenny.
Thank you, Doug. Well, the 3 soldiers killed are from what is described as a very tight-knit National Guard unit.
Tonight, Natalie Kutchko learned new details about the victims and crash from Monroe County Sheriff on the scene. Natalie?
Well, Don, Jenny, Monroe County Sheriff says authorities will remain here at the crash site overnight. The New York National Guard is en route and will conduct a joint investigation along with the Federal Aviation Administration as to why the chopper went down tonight. The sheriff says when first responders arrived to the crash scene just after 6:30 tonight, they immediately began an extensive search on foot and by air to see if there were any surviving victims. He said the crash happened in a wide open field considered a farmer's field with nearby homes. None were hit, and he says there's no threat to the public. Sheriff Baxter says investigators are still trying to determine the helicopter's flight plan. He asked the community to keep the victims' family members in your thoughts and prayers.
This is a very tight-knit unit. There's a lot of family and a lot of people responding. They are responding to the National Guard Center over at the backside of our airport. This is a burden. This is a heavy, heavy burden upon all of us. These are our freedom providers. And again, just showing again that the freedom is not free. We lost 3 great Americans today.
Now, the identities of the victims have not yet been released, but Monroe County Sheriff says the 3 soldiers belonged to the 1st Battalion Seas Company in the 171st General Support Aviation Battalion. Live in Mendon, Natalie Kutchko, 13 WHAM News.
Thank you, Natalie. Much reaction tonight from state and local government leaders, including Governor Cuomo, who said he is devastated by the news, saying, in part, I extend prayers and condolences from all New Yorkers to the family, loved ones, and fellow soldiers of these honorable heroes who we will never forget. The governor is directing all state buildings to lower their flags to half-staff tomorrow to honor those who died.
And Doug will join us again in a few moments to update this developing story. Here's what we know. 3 National Guard members killed tonight about 6:30 in Mendon when their Blackhawk helicopter crashed in a field near West Bloomfield Road and Cheese Factory Road. Investigators remain on the scene at this hour. Mechanical problems suspected in this crash. We will continue to follow the very latest throughout this broadcast and bring you any new developments as soon as they come in.